continues.
So that is how what happened continuously. This process will be going on. They will be laying the eggs. From those eggs, some will be surviving, some will not be surviving. Those who survive, they will be hatching out, and then they will be converting into the early tadpole, late tadpole, the adults, all those things. And then finally, the life cycle get
Time.
complete.
Did you know that the tadpole uses the nutrients stored in its tail as food? So until its tail is completely gone, it doesn't need anything else to eat in its journey of becoming a young frog. It's question time. So friends, today's question is, what do you call a
What a
baby
baby frog
frog?
called as?
Tadpole.
Ma'am, tadpole.
Yeah,
Write in your
correct,
answer
correct.
in the comment section below.
So that is
And
about the life cycle of a frog. Now let me just explain it with the okay. So here, egg stage, the first stage is what? The egg stage. So life cycle of frogs starts with the adult frogs laying eggs in water, often in ponds or lakes. So generally in the ponds or the lakes, they will be laying the eggs. In large cluster means group, okay? In the large group, they will be laying eggs and they are protected by a jelly-like substance. So what do they have? You can see this white color outer covering. So this is what? This is the jelly-like substance which is present or surrounding them. So this is what the egg stage. The second one is the tadpole stage. So tadpoles, the aquatic larvae of frog, have long tails. So as you can see in the picture, what do they have? They have a long tail, no legs. So they do not have any legs and breathe through gills. So what do they do? They have the gills. So at this moment, they will be getting the gills, and through the gills, they will be breathing. They feed on algae, plants, and insects, experiencing rapid growth before maturing. So, as we have seen in the video, also, what do? They will be eating those algae, they will be eating the small insects and the small plants before they get mature. Then they'll undergo a change which is called as the metamorphosis. So tadpoles transform into adult frogs through metamorphosis. So metamorphosis involves changes like growing legs, losing the tail, developing lungs, and adapting internal organs for a land-dwelling life. So what do? They will have certain changes in their body, like they will start growing the legs, as you can see in the picture. So the legs are appearing. The tail of them will start losing now. Then they will start developing lungs. So developing lungs, losing the tail, growing of legs. These all are what? They are the sudden change they will be getting in their body. And this process, when they undergo the changes, that is called as metamorphosis. And at last, adult frog will be there. We will be getting the adult frog after so much of stages. The tadpole becomes a miniature version of the adult frog. So this is basically the frog, and it looks like the adult frog only, the small version of the adult frog. The frog transition to a fully terrestrial life, but still needs moisture. So though they are ready, they are okay, they are finally matured. But what do they need? They need the moisture. Moisture means a little kind of the water present in the atmosphere. The adult frogs hunt insects with their sticky tongues. So what do they do? These when they're becoming the adult, they what they'll be doing? They will be searching their food, and with the help of the long tongue, they will be rolling and they will be taking the food inside their mouth. So am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Advait,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
now, huh. So we have seen the video, we have seen a small kind of the diagram structure. I will just go to the nodes of the chapter, nodes of this topic, life cycle of a frog. So frogs go through a fascinating life cycle that includes several stages and each with distinct character. Distinct means different. So at each stage, what do they have? They have the different characters. Here are the key stages. So some of the key stages are given here. The first one, egg. Description. The life cycle of a frog begin as an egg. So if we talk about the life cycle, the first point, what the first thing we will be getting are the egg. Frog eggs are typically laid in cluster in water. So in the group, they will be laying the egg in the water. Talking about the habitat of the egg, they are usually in the pond, lake, or slow moving stream. Then the characteristics. what they basically look like or what do they have. So these eggs are surrounded by a jelly-like substance that protects them from predators and keep them moist. Then after the second stage is the tadpole, which is also called as a larva stage. Description: after about 1 to 3 weeks, the egg hatch into the tadpole. So after giving the eggs, after laying the eggs, they will be converted into the tadpoles in about 1 to 3 weeks. Then habitats: tadpoles also live in water. Then what are the characteristics of this tadpole? They have gills to breathe underwater. They have a tail for swimming, and they eat the algae and plant material. So, Advik and Chiranjeev, are you able to understand? In each and every stage, they have given you three things: description, habitat, and characteristics. So, at every stage, they are talking about what? 3 points are talking about. The first thing is description. The second thing is the habitat, means where they live. And third thing are the character, means what kind of structure do they have or what kind do they need. Right? So after this, there will be tadpole with legs. Description for this: as tadpoles grow, they begin to develop legs. So slowly and gradually, they also form the legs. Habitat: so this tadpole with legs still live in the water, but may start exploring shallow areas. So though they live in the water, what they can do? They can try to go into the shallow areas. And what are the characteristics of this tadpole with legs? They will have the hind legs appear first, followed by the front legs. Then they start to develop lungs to prepare their life on the land, and then their tail begins to shrink. So as soon as their legs will start growing, the lungs will also start developing, the tail will start shrinking. Are the froglet. The tadpole transforms into a frog. Young frog are called as the froglet. Then habitat: they can live both in the water and on the land. Then character to shrink. So slowly and gradually, the tail of them will disappear. They start looking like the adult frog, but they are much smaller in size. And then the legs are fully developed now, and the gills disappear. And last one are the adult frog. The final stage of the life cycle is the adult frog. They can live both on water and on the land. They are found in water. Their
Ma'am,
diet shift to
can the froglet be also called the young frog?
can this froglet?
Ma'am, can the froglet can be called as young frog?
Yeah, we can call them as young. So earlier they were eating the algae, but now slowly when they have changed into the adult frog, they will be eating small animals and the other prey. And now these adult frogs are also capable of reproduction, and they can also lay eggs. So that is how the cycle goes on. So eggs will be there, tadpole will be there, tadpole with legs will be there, froglet will be there, and yeah, adult frog. So this froglet is basically the young frogs only. Right? So that is how the complete cycle will be going on, and the process which changes occur in the body, that process is called as what? Metamorphosis. So metamorphosis is a process in which the sudden change in the body of the frog will be there. Am I clear, Advik and Chiranjay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I
So
have
now,
a doubt.
Chiranjay, what about you? Yeah, yeah, tell
Ma'am,
me.
if the tadpole with two legs, in the tadpole with two legs, the gills disappear, ma'am, and lungs start to develop, ma'am. Then why they can't live in land also at that stage only?
No, actually, they cannot live for much time. They can try to live, but not for the longer duration. Some for some minute they can live, but not. So if we humans also, if we try to go and, dive in the water, then what happens? Can we survive for a long time there? No, right? Can we survive for the long time in the water?
No, ma'am.
No, right? Same way for them also, they can survive there. The froglets without those lungs fully developed, they can survive, but not for the much duration. For the less duration, they can survive. And once their lungs are completely developed during the froglet stage, they can live there on the land. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So clear with the topic now. So life cycle of a frog. Now we are done with the next topic. In the next class, we will be starting with life cycle of a butterfly, and then we will be going to the life cycle of a chicken. And yesterday, in your absence, Chiranjay has explained the life cycle of a hen also, and it was explained well. And I think you both have enjoyed yesterday somewhere out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. So I'll just share the screen. You should start. Okay, let me upload it on the Wise app so that you can write it. Any doubt you have in any of the points?
No, ma'am.
See, these all things are not given in your book in a detailed way, but we are doing in a detailed way so that when you come to your higher classes, you are aware what it is. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So let me upload this for you. I think I need to use
Ma'am,
this. Yeah, tell me.
ma'am, does a female frog lay eggs on a lily pad or water, ma'am? Because at first, ma'am, in the Dr. Binocs, ma'am, at first, it I was able to see that the egg was floating on the water, ma'am. But when I saw after that, the female frog was laying the egg on the lily pad.
Right. So actually what happened, they will be laying somewhere inside. Okay. But those frogs, they will swim and they will come up on the lily pad.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So initially they will be laying inside only, but later on, after some time, they will come up. Okay, I need to upload that. So you have taken out your copy? Okay.
Ma'am,
So just
you
take
said
it, children. I have uploaded it under the content. Go to the content. There will be a folder by the name science.
yeah, ma'am, I found it.
Is it there?
Yes, ma'am.
But I cannot see it. Okay, it is there. It
Ma'am,
is there. The last it is coming.
yes, ma'am.
Fine. So that you need to now write it in your copy.
Ma'am, I cannot see that.
Advik, scroll it down. Scroll it down. Somewhere you will be able to see life cycle of a frog. Have you opened the content?
Yes, ma'am.
Go scroll it down in the content. You will be able to see the other content, then test, assessment, resource. Then you are able to see the signs. In the signs, when you scroll it down, it will be there.
I found
Have
it.
you got it, Advay and Advik?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do it. Write it in your copy now. Okay, children, listen. I think videos are off. All the videos are off now. Am I audible, Chiranjay, Advan, Advik?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Complete this. This will be the homework to complete the notes.
Okay, ma'am.
I think, children, today a lot of network problem from my side. So, complete these notes and share with me before 6. Okay, Advait, Chiranjay, and Advik.
Yes,
And write neatly. Advik, you should write very neatly, okay? And Chiranjay, you should also write neatly. Don't be in hurry. Write neatly. Okay? And Advait, how you will be writing? Neatly, right? So write neatly. And for the coming week, we will have the objective test. And it will have the animal adaptation, animal habitat, then animal migration, and life cycle of a frog. Okay? Anything you want to ask, children?
no, ma'am.
So, Advait and Advik, still you have some classes going on in the evening, tennis or something like that?
What?
Tennis classes are still going on for you?
Yes, ma'am.
When do you have those?
Ma'am, 5.
Every day?
Yes.
Oh,
Not in
okay.
Saturday and ma'am,
Okay.
in
Okay, fine, children. Then we'll meet you next week. Till then, prepare yourself well and send me the homework. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
okay. Bye.
Okay, children. Bye bye. Sanjay, you need to, I think, end the meeting because you are the host now. End the meeting
What?
from the right hand side, left hand side.